listening to the Mothership Connection, your cosmic link to the other side.
Do not attempt to adjust your internet. We have taken over. This is the Mothership Connection. Carrie's laughing at me. Thank you, Carrie.
Great.
Thank you. Dobie is not here, obviously. He is, as Styx would say, come sailing away. He's on a cruise ship at this moment in time. But in the meantime, we wanted to get the word out as to what we've been doing. I'm stealing today's episode title from an episode of The Office where Andy was gone for a long time, although he claims that everybody knew where he was at, but he couldn't send out emails curiously enough. So when he came back he had no Wi-Fi. He came back to the office in the conference room. He wrote on a big board that said, "What's been going on?" So this is what's been going on with our summertime. Carrie, you've had a very busy summer. Start us off. What you been doing?
Well, the biggest thing is that Adam and I got engaged this summer. Yay! And we actually have one of our groomsmen in the audience today. He's off camera, but Dominic is here.
Hello, Dominic. Say hello, Dominic.
Hello, Dominic.
There he is. There we go.
Our one-man audience today.
Yeah.
But he's given us the enthusiasm we need.
Yes.
Pretty good. Pretty good audience member, I'd like to think so.
Yeah. And other than that, I mean, it's just been so busy to get everybody together because summer is like you're always doing something. But I've seen quite a few bands. I saw Day Rollers and Resistance this past weekend, and I just love them. Like, they're the best in town.
I know you've been going down to Gurney an awful lot. What you been doing down there?
Yeah, we go to Six Flags. Like, we have like Tuesdays. We go every week, and then we visit Greg if he's in. If we know he's in.
What do you like to do down at Six Flags? What's your favorite thing to do there?
The giant roller coasters, especially Goliath, because the drop is like 85 degrees, which is almost a straight drop because it goes like this. It curves in a little bit, and then it's crazy.
That's what she said.
I don't think it'd be good if it's curvy.
Well, now back in my day, it was called Marriott's Great America. And my grandma used to take me every summer. If we were good, wink, wink, we went anyways.
Yeah.
But little known fact about me is I have never, ever been on a roller coaster.
Because you
Not
don't
one
want
time out
to,
ever.
or
I'm scared to death.
Dang.
I don't want to. I don't need an adrenaline rush at that particular way. I'll
I've
probably
looked
have
at the
a heart
Six
attack.
Flags wiki, and there's been no deaths at the Six Flags weekend. You hear
Somebody
rumors.
makes the statistics.
Yeah, but
I'll
you
be
hear
the
the
one
rumors.
in a million.
But you hear the rumors of maybe, some girl got her hair caught on the giant drop and stuff. That
Or,
didn't happen at ours, at least. It could have been at other park.
Now, again, back in the day, they had a ride called the Edge.
Yes,
It
I've
was
seen
a
that
complete
one.
drop off. I know they had an
It's never
accident
good
with
to
that.
edge.
I don't think anybody died,
No.
but there was a mishap of sorts.
Well, that's the thing they do. Nobody's died in the park, but they'll take them out of the park to a hospital
Unless
to
they
make
die
sure.
outside the park,
Yeah,
God,
so
that's
nobody died.
brilliant.
Just put 'em
If
down,
they're
don't
near
say
death, get them out of here.
So no, you
keep
can't
a
claim
zero
it.
incident report.
Right.
That's
They do
next
that at
level.
Disney World. That's where I got
that
it
is
from.
next level.
It was
Did it really?
It was Shane Dawson's, Disney World.
There was an old video game I used to play, that Jurassic Park one that we were playing, and you would get in trouble if the dinosaurs ate people or if people got hurt in tornadoes, but if you turned down the alarm, you were no longer held liable and they wouldn't charge you. So it would cause all kinds of mayhem as long as you turned down that alarm. That kind of works with the theme park. You can
Never would have thought of doing that.
extradite those people and your slate's wiped clean.
There
Never
was
would've thought of
the
that.
time we played that game, Jurassic Park Genesis, and you take away all the doors, but you put a bunch of carnivorous T-Rexes and just dinosaurs in there, and you delete all the doors so you see how many people stand, but
Okay.
it's just them in there.
In the game, do you actually make the park then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
That's curious.
And then a meteor hit like Jurassic Park World, and it was like one compy still alive after it.
It's like one little gal minus left running around on the outskirts of the map.
just chilling.
If you made another compy, does that make him a copycat?
Ah.
Thank you.
But yeah,
You? So good. That's cool.
So did you go on anything when you were at Six Flags? Then?
I
The
went
smaller
on
ones?
the bumper cars.
Those are still there.
The old-fashioned cars. You know what that is? Are they still there?
No, they took that away. I do remember those ones because it went around the park, right? Or
No,
like in a
that was
certain
just
area.
the train.
Are you not a heights guy or just not a coaster guy?
Either.
Neither.
Oh.
Nope, neither. But I've been on airplanes before, and they do not scare me, which is quite curious.
Really?
Well, you are in an enclosed, more secure space.
Yeah, I don't know what it
The
is.
only thing to hold you down on the Goliath coaster, we went on the front row for the first time the other day. The only thing holding you down from the steep drop is just your legs, and there's one handlebar.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. I mean,
And it's just one handlebar that you hold on,
And
and
it's a
you're.
rope.
It's
not
a rope.
steel.
if I'm gonna get that kind of adrenaline rush on a ride, I'm just gonna leave for work really early so I can see deer. And when they run in front of me, I will get the exact same kind of rush. I'm
Yep.
pretty sure. Of which, yes, I see a lot of deer in the road. Far too many.
They haven't hurt your baby yet.
No, and I saw one on Washington Road for the first time ever by the interstate. He must have been stuck in Amazon's parking lot because just as I get off the interstate, I'm going east, and that son of a bitch ran right in front of me. Deer are adorable if you've never seen one live, but they're just dumber than a bag of hammers. I mean, come on. You
They're
see them
cute.
running towards the interstate. I'm like, no, don't go that way, don't go that way. Idiots. So, yeah, so didn't you just go to, was it Bristol Progress Days? Is
Yes,
that where you saw
that's
it?
where Resistance and Day Rollers played. We didn't get to go to the festival because I had to work all weekend, but it was just a small event. But we looked behind us at one point, and Tom Keefe from 95 Will Rock was there because he loves the Day Rollers apparently. But I guess by the time they went on, he was gone.
Progress Days goes back a while. Sometimes they have like softball tournaments and stuff. I mean, it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
I mean, it's more than just music. There's a lot going on.
I was in the parade a couple of years in a row because
Nice.
it was just with our church, but our church had like a dance squad, so we went dancing in the middle of the Progress Parade.
Shut up.
No.
Wow.
I'm sure there's pictures and videos somewhere. I'll have to find them, but it's a good time.
Where do I sign up to be
People on the interweb look for Carrie dancing at Bristol Progress Days.
I was like
we need
12.
we need this seen by all.
Gotta be
I was
filmed
underage
somewhere.
and I was 12.
That's what they all say. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
What do we
Daniel's
got?
A
here.
mascot.
We have a monster. Our mascot has arrived.
Oh my goodness, he got scared. I missed him though.
It's a big fluff monster.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've just been working 6 days a week most of the time, but I did get back to bowling.
Yeah.
So now we're going into week 9 of 12. It's just a little summer league.
So I thought it was Wednesday nights, so you're
It's
not going to-
Thursdays.
Oh.
Thursdays. It's Thursday nights. Share Lane's Thursday nights. So I'm bowling there for a few more weeks. Stop by and see me and watch and laugh. It's okay.
Get some beer.
Get some beer. Beer and drinks are cheap and plenty at the bowling alley. I started off with a 166 average, which fails in comparison to what I once had. It is now up to a stout 190
Okay.
after this many weeks. That's
You're climbing
doing
up.
pretty good. A little bit at a
You'll
time.
get there
It's
again.
getting there. Learning how to walk again with my hips was one thing, but learning how to walk while bowling is a little bit different. Because bowling, your walk and pace is more structured.
Yeah.
It's a little bit slower. It's more of a stride than a walk. And my legs hurt. My muscles have zero memory of ever doing this before. And for a while, for about 10 years, maybe more than that, I've bowled 4 to 5 nights a week in 2 different cities
Right.
perpetually. And my average at one point in time, I think I peaked at around 225
Oh my
was my
goodness.
average in all these leagues. Did pretty good.
All those trophies and
I
stuff
have a
to
lot of
prove up
trophies
there.
and junk and stuff. But getting back to that, it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Talked to a few people now, stopped by to watch me, some of my old friends, and they're like, why are you doing this? It's too much to try to refill my shoes, so to speak, to try to get back to that. I mean, anything's possible, but is it probable? I don't know.
You're about 30 away, 35 away.
Yeah, but then you have to maintain that. Hitting it one week
Exactly.
is one thing, but trying to maintain that, I don't know. But on the bowling note, the Mothership Connection is going to be proudly sponsoring my
Yay.
bowling team. Coming up, it starts the first week in October
That's
at Surfside
amazing.
Lanes in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Well, then we're gonna have to get cracking on a logo and
We're
stuff.
gonna get a logo and bowling shirts, the whole nine. I'm
Whoa.
planning on getting the other 2 teammates on the show just to say how do.
We need guys.
Dana and Dwayne. Dana just moved back from Minnesota. There,
Hey dear.
he moved back.
Winter.
He moved back to town, don't you know?
Way up there.
Is she from Duluth, Minnesota?
You know,
That
he was
terrible.
somewhere
Duluth.
near Superior.
Oh,
So yeah. So Welcome back, Dana.
Yeah.
He's probably not going to watch
It's
it,
not
so I
much
don't do it anymore.
different down here than
Well,
just the landscape.
They had they used to take pictures of their backyard.
Yeah.
Bears, deer,
Moose?
plenty. No moose there,
No
you
moose.
know. It's,
Bears are
Yeah.
they're abundant.
that's a
out
bummer.
there.
Yeah,
We
they're
had a
on.
guy come into work yesterday. He was going bear hunting, and he asked us if we had any leftover donuts to use as bait.
Donuts.
Apparently, they like their sweets, so you put them in a pile out
Well,
there
they
and
love
it
honey.
attracts them.
Well,
Why
now
do you sound
according,
like Ditka?
yeah,
What are you doing?
if you bait well and you trap a lot with your baiting, you can get the title of master baiter.
I achieved that title years ago.
20 years in a row.
So yeah, I mean bowling and stuff. We made a stride at where I get my comic books.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We talked to Rockheads Comics and cards, games. I mean, they have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and they have new ownership, and I believe his name is Josh.
They do. They're located on Roosevelt Road, close to 22nd Avenue. It was at Roosevelt Road, and 23rd Avenue,
Close. to
23rd,
it.
24th Avenue.
And it's the old firehouse there.
Yeah, just like Ghostbusters, they got a firehouse. It's pretty bitchin'.
Oh, that place is awesome.
It is awesome.
And
It's
they're
the one
always
that-
renovating new stuff, and it's just big. It's got everything you need, and
They got new
It's good.
showcases for
Exactly.
old comics and stuff.
they have BOGO sales all the time because
Yep.
they got so many copies.
And they allow you to get your game groups together. You can go
Yep.
there and play games on the weeknights and weekends.
Yeah, we were looking at some of their inventory, and they've got an X-Files game that I
Yeah.
would love
We
to
kind
play.
of want to. We're gonna have to talk with him more because we only went there that one time, and we were just thinking of collaborating. And he said he was fine with that as long as we, help him. He'll help us.
Well, they have
which is what we wanted.
they have a flyer for our show right by the front door.
Yeah. Oh, it's there now.
It's right there. I saw it.
That's
saw it,
awesome.
yeah.
Because I saw recently we have 92 subscribers, so we're very close to 100 now. So close.
Thank you.
All together. So the analytics for the week.
That's pretty good. I mean, this was a grassroots. I hate using that term.
About a year and a half.
This
we've
was a
been going
startup, yeah, about a year and a half ago. We are now into. I'm keeping tabs on all of our official episodes. We are in year 2, so this is episode total number 33.
Wow.
And this is the 4th episode into the second
That's
year.
crazy.
That's pretty good. I want to keep trying to shoot for 30 episodes a year because in the world of old-time sitcom, like you had your episodes of MASH and Friends
Yeah.
and Seinfeld, they were averaging
Like
28 to 30 episodes a season. Nowadays, TV shows, you're lucky you get 25
Yeah.
because they have a lot of off time. I don't
Friends and How I Met Your Mother and Scrubs from what we've watched, it's like 22-ish
know why. Yeah.
and to 24.
You actors are lazy. Get back to work. You get paid an awful lot of money by the networks. You have far too much time off. That's why you get in scandals
Oh my
and
God.
controversies because you should be filming more episodes for us fans. Thank you. Rant over. Continue making fine episodes.
I think they'll still get into those scandals though.
I'm sure they will. Thank you, technology.
When you're getting $300,000 an episode or so, I mean, you got
Some
some money
of-
for
some
scandal.
of them are
Get that
getting
FU money,
Yeah,
man.
some of them are getting a
You wanna
million
have
episode.
everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Big Bang Theories are getting million
That's
episodes.
crazy.
Game of
Simpsons
Thrones,
voices.
Game of Thrones. They just finished taping the last episode of Game of Thrones ever. It is done.
Yeah.
There
So
we go.
come. Did you just do the Abu voice from Aladdin?
Nope, but this is our mascot.
Hi, buddy. His little
You want to
two.
say hi to Django?
Hi, Django.
Hi, Django.
Oof, that's you. That's what you
How
want.
have him and Maggie been getting along?
Uh,
he got a new cat.
Yeah, our old cat Willow, she passed away. This was a couple of weeks ago. Well, about a month. All right, this was
Month and a half?
A week before Memorial Day.
Oh my
So it
god.
was a while ago. Yeah, little Willow didn't make it out so well. She had an enlarged heart and had a heart attack. So we had a new cat named Maggie.
Mhm.
And Maggie and Django. Django is Maggie's boyfriend. She won't go anywhere without him. Everywhere he
Aw.
goes, she goes.
That's pretty cute.
And if she gets scared, he runs by her. But if I feed him at the same time, she butts Django off the food. She just head ram him, knock him away from the food so she can eat all the food. That's what Maggie does. She's a hog. But she's got a malady. Her leg must have been broken at some point in time and it didn't reset right. So she has a bit of a limp. She's got a hitch in her get along. So her and I are kindred spirits. So after my hips have been replaced, Maggie and I both walk funny. So I have a cat version of
It's
myself.
like a mirror. You guys,
Yes.
make up for each
Just gotta
other.
teach her to bowl now.
You have to teach her to bowl. And for the record, size aside, I don't butt people out of the way of food. I'm sorry.
That'd be a good.
That is
children's
not
book,
how that
Teach
goes.
a cat
yeah.
to bowl.
Teach a cat to bowl. Kitty on the lanes.
So
Mr.
if you
Cat
give 'em
goes
a cookie-
bowling.
That's a good one for a band name, Kitty on the Lanes.
Kitty on the lanes. Here we go.
Band
I
stuff.
haven't added the band name.
I know,
in
we've
a
been
while.
kind of slacking lately.
Well,
Hogs
it's
full
all
of
it's
them.
all about a turn of phrase.
Kitty on the Lanes. I
Kitty
like
on.
Opening at
Lanes.
Summerfest next year, 2019.
Got one of the last two that we had.
Let's hear it.
Jesus Horrors. Well, that's a start right off, huh? Freak Toe. Pharaoh's Poker Partner and Prescription Windshield. Oh, that's right. Dobie had that great idea
Oh,
having so if you
yeah.
can put like a heads-up display. You ever played video games like the game Doom when you had your heads-up display?
Yeah.
Imagine that being your windshield.
They
So
do
you
have
could
that.
see, like, if everyone's seen the movie Iron Man, so you could see
Wow.
airplanes, it would identify, it would see everything. So no one would need headlights anymore. You wouldn't have to be blinded while driving.
Right.
I think it would work out really, really great. Or for those visually impaired who can't see well at nighttime, who needs it? You got this in your windshield.
Wow.
They do have technology akin to that now. They actually have smart mirrors now,
Ooh.
where you can access your computer, your email, and you can have a news screen going right in your mirror while you're in the mirror brushing your teeth on the light.
But does it tell you who is the most beautiful of them all still?
I mean, if you install Siri, I'm sure she'd tell you.
God, technology. The next episode, we're going to talk a little bit about technology. It has to do with music and so forth, which is why I know that you've been talking to some bands
Yes.
to try to get on the show. Carrie, tell us what you got.
Okay, so it was actually Greg that introduced me to the three. I call them the Holy Trinity of bands around here because they are really good. And I've talked to all of them, and I tell them, I'm like, we all know you're gonna, go somewhere big someday, and they just gotta find, the right foot to get off
Who
on.
are the bands? Hey, let's hear.
The Holy Trinity: Mixed Company, Resistance, and Day Rollers. I'm gonna message some of them. I have already. We want to see if we can get some people on next week to get a helping hand and tell us. I don't know if we want to tell them the subject yet.
As far as
What we're gonna talk about.
oh
next.
yeah, well I mean, first of all, it's always fun to have band members on.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try to make it
Awesome.
to where we can do some acoustical stuff. If we have to go back to filming under the
And
alcove,
that's
so there's
plenty
more
of
room. Or even
The garage.
temperature-wise, depending, and sound-wise, depending, we can always go in my garage too.
That would be cool.
I mean, we can figure
Garage
something out.
sessions.
And
But-
if they can't, then band folk are always fun to talk to.
Yeah.
Talk music, talk pop culture, what influenced them, how they get into it. I love talking to I love
Those will
talking
be good
to musicians.
episodes.
Those would be very good episodes.
And honestly, they are some of the biggest bands around this area. You'll talk
They
to some
are.
musicians, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we've either played with them, we've heard of them, we know them. It's fun." And I'm friends with some of them now. Like I go over to their place, and it's pretty cool. And
There's two other. I'm still gonna call them local bands, but they're up in Milwaukee, and they're tough. They don't come around here that often, but when they do, they're always a good viewing too. Is Rat Bat Spider?
I need to see them still.
They are a horror-inspired punk band.
Okay.
Very good. YouTube them. They're just an absolute treat. They have the best makeup since I'm gonna call it since Kiss.
Yeah.
Since Kiss came out on tour, these guys, their makeup is superb. And then there's a heavy metal band out of Milwaukee called Connection.
Oh, yep.
I haven't heard a lot from them lately, but I've got one of their CDs. I'm going to roll that in the next episode.
Cool.
Sounds fantastic, and it's now on one of my flash drives.
I have is it Apples of Apollo. I have that song on my rock playlist. It's really good.
Very good, very good. You would know they're local. I mean, if I didn't know otherwise, if I just listened to it with all my other heavy metal stuff, it fits right
Right in.
along with it. It's seamless. They're
You'd
really,
think they'd
really
be,
good.
a big deal.
They should be a big
Sometimes
deal.
And they
local
will
bands
be.
can be as good as big bands.
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
And that's
yes.
how all three of those bands are, and it's like, oh, it's just such a small venue, but they're gonna be somewhere.
I mean, there have been local bands in the past that were really, really good. One of them I followed a lot was a band called Blue Steel. Dan Laniger, he's in it. He's in My Rockin' Heart. Oh golly, I'm probably brutalizing it, but he's in another band right now. And then the biggest of Kenosha bands was called the Brother Six. They were the
I've heard of
Crucinelli
them.
brothers.
Crucinelli, that's Kelly's sister.
Yeah,
Is it?
they're
Yeah.
they're all related. Yeah, they were a really good band, and they were I don't know how do you. So if you can put bits of Prince, Jamiroquai, and Pearl Jam
Wow.
together. This was the Brother Six.
I've heard of them.
Jahua.
Jamiroquai. So the song that Napoleon Dynamite danced to,
Oh.
that's who that
Oh my
is.
god.
Very punk and very funky, right? It's, I guess it
I
would
dig
be who's the funky guy now? What's his name?
Oh, Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
He's
So
good.
Jamiroquai was before Bruno Mars.
I like him.
If Jamiroquai hadn't done what he'd done, Bruno Mars wouldn't be around.
here, right.
Well, he wouldn't be. I don't think he'd be nearly as popular.
He'd still be dressing
Can
up
we
like
name
that
that
first one then?
You laughing at me?
Jamiroquai.
I'll Google him and he won't laugh anymore. I'm saying.
That's great.
So
Yeah.
I've got two things. I'm going to do another reading at Fusion.
Oh, August 29th,
Yeah,
right?
it's Wednesday,
Saw
August
that.
29th. It's Storytellers Time at Club Fusion. Local authors get together and tell stories.
Theme this time around?
It's just summertime stories.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to retell a story. The first story I ever told was a bowling story. Most of my stories involve bowling. It was a big
But it's
part
what
of my
you
life.
know.
It's what I know. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean I have to tell stories about it, but I'm going to partly retell the first story I ever told about my dad passing a kidney stone in Reno.
Okay.
At
I
a
haven't heard that
national
one.
bowling tournament. That was the first story I ever told, and I was so nervous. So nervous. I think I've gotten better. I mean, you've seen me tell stories.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten a lot better at it.
Everybody loved the last one,
Yeah.
talking about Dee Wallace and SpongeBob.
That was a fun one.
That was a good
real
one.
fun one.
That was good.
It's my favorite.
You can find some of these on YouTube at
Yep.
Julio Storytellers
We have
on YouTube.
that one we just mentioned
Yeah.
on there, and we have the one with your, it was Christmas, the Christmas
the
toys.
toys,
you had.
that was a fun. That was
Those
a fun
were
one too,
your two
yeah.
best, and I'm glad I got those on.
Yeah, those
you
are
did,
pretty good.
You did an outdoor one last year too, but I didn't get a video.
Yeah, that one I was a little nervous on that
Oh,
because
what'd you
the thing is I talked about anniversaries of things. I talked about UFOs and stuff.
Oh, that's right.
So the thing is, I don't always know what I'm going to tell, but I want to book it first and then figure it out later.
Right.
That particular one I had booked for a while and I'd let it slip my mind, but I really didn't know what I was.
I think
gonna
you were really
talk
nervous
about-
that night.
I was pretty nervous that night too because I had a lot of friends in the audience and I kind of blanked.
That was
a
the
little
last time we saw Walter too, before he
Last time
went
I
to
saw
jail.
Walter, yeah. So, but now I don't think I
Tell
get
you
that kind of
later.
nervous anymore. Yeah, Walter's another off-camera story.
It was
What?
crazy to think he was
Yeah.
going to be on our show.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll tell you that later.
yeah. So yeah, that's coming up on Wednesday, August 29th. Be there or consider yourself a square. And then I got tickets for the Star Wars celebration
Woohoo!
at McCormick Place. What is that going to be? April?
I think yours is
Yeah.
around there.
Clearly, I'm not a Star Wars fan, so I don't know why. I don't
Are
really
you
know
going to tell
why
what you're
I'm
going to
going.
dress up as?
I'm going to, yeah. So here's the thing. My tickets are for Thursday and Friday, or is it Friday and Saturday?
Is it
I
a
don't
4-day event?
know. It's a 5-day event.
What?
Good luck. 5-day passes are already sold out. Can't go.
What?
Single-day passes still available. Some VIP packages. There are hardly
Is
any
this the
left.
first
So-
Star Wars one they're doing too?
Well, no.
I haven't seen
No,
them,
these are
but-
always on the coasts. The last
Oh,
time
so it's a traveling one.
it's a traveling show. It's a traveling sideshow of freaks. The last time it was in the Midwest was 2009 in
Oh my God,
Indianapolis.
9
Otherwise, it's New York, San Francisco, Miami, LA, New York, San Francisco, LA.
That's how it is
Miami.
for the Harry Potter con.
Never goes
too.
anywhere else. It's a rarity, an absolute rarity that it comes to the Midwest. This is the closest
You
probably
need
in
to
my
go
lifetime
then.
this is ever going to happen, yes. But I found online a special outfit that I'm going to wear. And it's not going to be Star Wars cosplaying because they don't make fat people for Star Wars. I'm sorry.
Yes,
no offense.
Greg is dressing up as.
Dressing up as Elvira. No, that's not true either.
I'd love to
You could
see
rock
that.
I couldn't rock an Elvira.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
you could rock it.
I will. I don't have the
I'll buy you the
MacGuffins.
costume.
I don't have the MacGuffins for that one. A wig and dress I can
Stop it.
find. But, right. So I'm dressing up in Starfleet attire from Star Trek to the Star Wars convention. I
Do you think you're going to get a lot of hate, or do you think people are going to laugh?
Oh, I think I'm going to be the talk of the convention. I'm either going to have eggs thrown at me or high fives or whatever.
But
I'm
you
gonna
want a
get
reaction.
I want a
I
reaction.
think we're gonna have to find a new host after they kill him.
Very well could be.
You
They're
gotta
gonna-
have Gianna take a video and pictures of some
Yep.
people, because it's gonna be crazy.
It's going to be great. They're going to throw me into the Sarlacc pit after day one.
Maybe that guy who played Old Luke will be there again. Tom Rainey. I'm friends with
Sure.
him on
I
Facebook.
don't know, but
He's the one that
That'd
had
be a
gray on his
blast, yeah.
back.
it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you'll agree.
I'm probably not going to go to C2E2 because they had to change dates because of this.
Yeah, it was pushed a week earlier.
Yeah, so I mean, I know we always want to have a booth and a table at C2E2,
Maybe the
but
next year.
I'm going to say this one's going to override a lot of
That's
things.
fine. You
No.
need to go then.
Up and coming, the only other convention that we plan on going to is Days of the Dead in Chicago. And that'll be coming up in November.
That's why we need to get our repertoire going.
Yeah, we've got an in. Hopefully, we're going to try to get press passes to get in to talk to some of these folks.
So far, Coolio's been announced.
Coolio's been announced. Yeah. Our Gangster's Paradise is what we're
Dude,
going
like
to
we can
rename
meet
it.
him for
Spent all
free.
my
And
life.
Well, we could probably buy him lunch.
they have Gene Simmons at the Indiana Days of the Dead. I'm like,
Also, they have Jeremy Bullock.
I don't
Anybody?
know what
Anybody?
that is.
You should
Sandra
know.
Bullock's little brother.
No. What's on that shelf?
Star Trek.
Boba
toys.
Fett.
No, Star Trek. No, Star Wars. Get it right. Who's on that shelf?
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
And where's the connection? Jeremy Bullock and Boba Fett.
Yeah.
They're
Jeremy Bullock was in the Boba Fett costume, the filming of the original trilogy.
That's great.
He was a man in the suit.
Well,
It
then we can
wasn't
meet
the
him for
voice
free.
though.
It was not the voice. The original voice. I don't remember who did the original voice, but that wasn't his voice
That's
either
cool.
way. After the redos, they gave him the same voice as Django Fett to tie into the story. But the original theatrical releases, it was Jeremy Bullock inside the suit, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the actor's name of the voice.
Greg can't know all.
I
Sorry.
can't know it all. Yes.
But you know
Sorry,
most.
not sorry.
You do know most.
I do know most. Saw a couple of movies this summertime. There was a Star Wars film that was released. Solo, a Star Wars story.
So I still haven't seen it
So I
yet.
haven't seen it yet. Saw the Avengers flick.
Did
that
you
was
see
cool.
Jurassic World yet?
I saw Jurassic
Infinity
World
War?
Kingdom,
Yeah.
Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's Fallen King.
Yep, saw that the other
Was
day.
it good?
And I saw Ant-Man the other day.
Oh yeah, I heard Ant-Man. That's pretty good.
Ant-Man was
I've heard
funny.
Ant-Man was
Ant-Man was funny. So Ant-Man, for those of you who've seen the newest Avengers movies with badass Thanos,
I love
It did
Thanos.
nothing wrong.
so Ant-Man kind of takes place parallel to this film.
Really?
Yeah.
So
So-
it like lines up.
It lines up, sort of. So that you just stay for the endings.
Okay.
There's two.
Ooh.
Stay for them both, and it ties
gotta
in
go.
with Thanos. So
Yes.
it'll explain what's. Well, it's not gonna explain anything. It's
wanna
gonna
go.
show you. This is like a meanwhile. So that's happening. Meanwhile, Ant-Man's doing this.
Oh, yeah.
This is kind of how this film.
No, I
Oh,
like that.
so
That's pretty
comic
cool.
book. I love that.
Yeah. So then, Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic Park. I don't know what to make of this
I
movie.
heard it was kind of a flop.
It may be a flop, but it was different.
Different.
This was not like any Jurassic Park film seen so far. I mean, it's akin to the second Jurassic Park film where they're going to move the park, they're going to move the animals to San Diego. This is very akin to that, but not quite the same. It was kind of sad during some of the volcanic eruption scenes, and some of the dinosaurs ain't fast enough to outrun the lava, and you see some shit. So, kind of sad. It's kind of sad sometimes.
They had it coming.
Gotta
Yeah,
work
but
on
it-
cardio.
Yeah, but what I didn't like is Star-Lord. What's his face?
Chris Pratt.
Chris
or
Pratt.
whatever.
Chris Pratt was given what he was given, and I think he was given a terrible role to read.
Really?
I think his humor, because
Because I want the
Parts-
first one.
right, it was perfect. Humor was right on time. It wasn't forced. His humor this time seemed, it was forced.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't seem as natural as the humor from the first film. Other than his dialogue, I mean, I think he did fine. Maybe I'm being
Was
too
it the
harsh a
same
critic.
director as the first one?
I don't know.
I'll have to look that up. I don't know.
And shame on Dr. Ian Malcolm for only being in it for less than a minute of screen time.
No,
I mean, come on.
they made it seem
I'm
like
not
he was a
watching it.
prime
No,
character in
no,
the movie.
No,
What?
no.
Now I don't want to
Such
see
low
it.
Ragnarok again.
See it anyways. Ian Malcolm should have been in. Those of you who make Jurassic Park movies are probably never going to see this, but I'm telling you straightforward, come on. Bring him back for a scene.
Yeah.
Put him in a scene with some of the new people.
They
Pass
put
the torch.
in
Come
the
on,
trailer
man.
as like
Jurassic
most like the movie revolved around him
He's
coming back.
Goldblum, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I haven't seen any of the Jurassic Parks.
Get out.
What?
Get out.
None of them?
The studio audience
Wait,
member has never
none
seen
of
any
them?
Jurassic Park
No,
film.
I
Get
think
out.
dinosaurs are kind of overrated, and people need to accept that they're supposed to have feathers.
Get out.
So you just
Get out.
don't watch them?
We're kicking out the studio audience member. Bye now.
It's been fun.
Well, then you change your mind if you actually watch a Jurassic Park movie. It's a lot of fun.
I believe.
The thing is,
I
it's
believe it.
fun.
You're right.
I know they're not going to do this. I get it, man, but it's fun. Now, remember what I told you. Remember We worked together, and I told you what the new dinosaur had a bit of human DNA.
Yeah,
You freaked out over
I
that.
did, because I didn't think of that. But, like, did that come up at all in this one? Don't spoil it.
Not in the way you think.
Okay.
Not in the way you think.
Nothing more than that.
That news didn't spoil anything.
Okay.
But it did come back up.
Okay.
Thought it was interesting.
Because it is a trilogy, right?
Because this is taking on a different direction than I thought this would take. I don't know where this is going to go. But in hindsight, I liked what it did and where it went. I'm curious to see how they're going to wrap this up. Because it could end. If they never make another one for another 30 years, it could end now at fine and dandy and fine.
Really?
There's not some kind of cliffhanger. There's just a, wow, what the hell happened? And it could end. And you just deal with it. As an audience, you deal with it.
Okay.
But I like where it's going. I like the original intent. It brings in one of Hammond's friends, a fellow rich guy, and what their original intent was with all this stuff.
I can't remember if it's canon in the movies that Hammond died in those movies. You know what I mean? In that world, because he died in real life.
They're bringing it. I mean, they're keeping.
Are we about to get weaponized dinosaurs?
No comment. Get out again. Just get out.
Can't comment if you haven't seen them.
Yeah. People who have not seen any film have no opinion on this matter. Shut up.
Did I spoil it inadvertently?
No. I don't know. He makes a fair point,
That's
though.
pretty cool, though.
That'd be
Makes a fair
dope.
point. Yeah. That would be
Because the
pretty dope.
Velociraptors
Because
would be smart enough to maybe.
oh, they got a new badass.
Don't.
The next one should be Jurassic Ward. It should be people riding in on Velociraptor.
Let's see what we're gonna get. We're gonna get a C-130 or whatever giant airplane the military uses. And they're gonna fly ground level, open up the door, and just you're gonna see a line of dropping Velociraptors with
And they're gonna have
freaking
bulletproof
laser
vests.
beams on their freaking heads.
Freaking laser beams.
With bulletproof vests and shit, just running.
Just drop them off in Afghanistan
Hear the marching.
or Russia or wherever. I don't care. And drop them off in Montana for all I care. Just let them go nuts.
Leave them there.
Yeah,
Come
leave
back
them in
in a week,
Montana.
pick them up.
Now we
Any
gotta finish
artists,
off
please
Montana.
make this.
They need
Like-
to just go crazy with it like they did with the Planet of the Apes prequels. Just give me a T-Rex launching like a rocket launcher and I'll be satisfied.
Well,
That's all we want in the third
That's all I
movie.
want.
to combat the weaponized dinosaurs, I'm gonna get into true guerrilla warfare. I'm gonna weaponize apes, and we're gonna get this shit done.
Just cross them over. Fuck
That's
it.
right. Yeah, we're gonna.
That's
have
a good
true-
name, guerrilla warfare.
But with an O. Gorilla. warfare.
Guerrilla warfare.
What about
Nice.
Hugs below the belt.
No.
What
no.
about Chimp Trick?
Chimp
We
Trick?
have,
All
no,
right.
we have that on there already.
Oh, hey, there we go. Yeah, that's a
That's
good
what I
one.
was saying. What about
Hey.
Chimp Trick?
Now, for those of you who don't know their band names, these can't be thought about. These can't be, let me think of it. Nope, it's out. It's got to be a quick turn of phrase. Like, oh, that'd make a cool band name. No thinking. Thinking is not allowed. It has to come out in a phrase.
Came up
Right.
with that when I was a kid.
Right. So,
That
sorry,
was
we
good.
weren't around to know that, so
Right,
tough
you're
luck.
right.
And if you want to use a name, let us know. We'll give you the copyrights
I've got pages and pages plus another notebook upstairs.
from the old show.
From the old show. They were just fun. It was a list I started doing. You hear certain words, certain phrases. I'm like, oh, that make a bitchin' band name. You just start jotting them down.
That's what I do in my life now. Just
Yeah.
be like, if only
Yeah.
this was Mothership, this would work out great.
I like her Pimp Goblin.
So we're looking at comic shop news. Elvira is coming out with a comic book. I think it's out now. I think issue 1 is out, and Adam is commenting on her little pimp goblin. He's got a pitchfork.
What
He's got a
is that?
pitchfork.
Pimp Goblin.
Pimp
you
goblin.
can.
See, now that's a weird turn of phrase. He's got a pitchfork. His tongue is out. He's got sunglasses.
He's got a little
So
suit on.
He's
Look
got a
at his
pimp suit.
styling.
That's like
Wow.
a smoking jacket.
That's a Pimp Goblin.
Pimp. I like that name.
That's a great one.
They're gonna open for Iron Maiden next year at Summerfest. Pimp
I was
Goblin.
thinking Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg featuring Pimp Goblin.
I love Snoop Dogg. I would love
Pimp
to see
juice, I'm
him in
looking at
concert.
Yeah, all right. So I think, do we have anything else we want to add? What
I
we've
think
been
we're
doing this
coming to a
summertime?
close.
Yeah.
It's
So
been busy, but we get together one
you got
day.
engaged with some guy. We don't know yet. We'll find
Yeah.
out who.
Mystery.
Mystery man.
I don't even know yet.
Yeah, mystery man behind the curtain. Rides, bands. You've had a pretty full summertime.
It's been fun, and it's only halfway done now.
Yeah. We did this a bit when we had the radio show, and it was on AM 1050 WLIP here in Kenosha. The summertime, we would take a couple of Sundays off. It's nice out.
Yeah.
It's hard to
You
talk
gotta-
about
in the Midwest. You got
the
to
Midwest, yeah, where it's nice maybe 5 days out of the year.
Well, the past week
More or
it's
less.
been like no humidity.
Yeah.
Well, at least until like the past couple of days, but it's
Right.
hot, but it's not humid. So that makes the difference.
Makes a difference. So Dobie's got his cruise ship thing going on.
And we'll
So
come back.
yeah, we'll be back now. While we're filming it, we're gonna do a twofer. We're gonna roll into how Carrie's been talking to bands.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend of mine and how people listen to music nowadays. So that's gonna be the lead into the next episode.
I
So
like this. I'm excited.
until the next episode, thank you again for watching the Mothership Connection. Carrie, how can they get a hold of us?
Oh, I haven't done this in like 3 months. Okay, so you can go to our Facebook page, which is I'm messing it up. Our fan page, which is the Mothership Connection, and our friend page, which is Gregory DeGuire, and our email, WLIP. Why am I blanking? tinfoiltalkshow@gmail.com.
That's the one.
Oh my God, why am I doing? It's been 3 months.
Facebook. Do we have an Instagram?
Instagram, Mothership Talk Show.
Yep.
And I think that's about it.
Yeah, find us on Facebook, man. Everyone else is there. Find us. Now, the next episode, you asked a couple of questions. So I'll get my link
Yeah,
phone out.
I'm excited for this.
We'll go over some of the questions. We're going to have a poll for next episode.
Yes, we will.
I know typically we like to start a poll beforehand and try to read answers
Maybe
during
we
the
can
show.
think of one with the next episode, and then
Yeah,
put it
but
on the
because of the topic, I wanted to discuss it first, and then come up with a well-crafted poll question, find out how we want to ask the question,
Yeah.
and then leave it out there for a while. We'll constantly check it up, and then the next
time we film,
we'll
debrief.
we'll kind of get back to it. Okay, so thank you for watching the Mothership Connection. My name is Greg. This is Carrie. This is Adam.
Dominic.
Mr. I haven't seen any Jurassic Park movies, so
Boo.
boo.
You know what,
Anyways, thank you for watching. Until next time, adios.